President Biden. Joe. Why do you have a problem whenever it comes to African Americans wanting to do something? Student loan debt that's crippling this nation. African American student loan debt is more crippling. Why? Because they normally make less, right? And they're stuck under this student debt loan that they can never get under. That hinders them from ownership of houses, actually moving forward in life. Because they're trying to follow the system that you laid out as the foundation of the world. The backbone of this nation. Well, yeah, the world is a weird place. But old Joe always seems to fight back. Meanwhile, we keep on giving the Ukraine train, baby. We keep finding hundreds of millions of dollars to throw away over there, right? It's amazing how much we care for the others that don't live here. But for the people that helped build this nation, their children, the backbone and fabric of this country, well, we just can't seem to find anything for them. We got to fight against it. I don't know what happened in 2017 that all yours got got forgiven. Old Biden don't seem to be the forgiving type. See, the problem is people like Joe, they're stuck in their ways. And they only see people of color as being what they think they should be and moving as far as they should be. Saying this, if it was up to me, this is all I would give them. This is what I think they deserve. And who are you to determine that, Joe? But I didn't vote for you. So I wouldn't put you in there. Oh, student loans was covered that year. Okay. Now that makes sense. Who was president at that time? They don't seem to be covered anymore. I don't think Obama was president at that time. Was he? I don't think he was. I think that was the start of the Trump era. But a lot of Obama policies were still upheld by the Trump administration. If there ever was a time to not be a president, when we had an absentee at the job, there it was. So if you ever wanted to get something done, Trump was your guy. You just had to bring something to the table. I'll be Trump. Look, I got some problems, but I got this blonde Russian model here. She just needs some direction, you know. So I'm thinking maybe somewhere in your administration you could find some work for her to do late at night, you know, somewhere, anywhere you want. Now, what I need to get done is this. Trump be, I think I can accommodate you. I think we speak the same language. I think you get it. I think I want you working at the White House. You're my kind of guy. My mom hates Trump guts. Hate his guts. Because, see, she has a reason to hate Trump. Trump, she works for the government, and Trump was basically threatening her position and threatening her job and trying to privatize government. When you privatize Social Security Administration, you're gonna end up crippling and taking away a lot of control and a lot of people's rights. So she had a right to like hate Trump. But she hated him anyway. She just can't stand Trump. So, you know, mom is like Nancy Pelosi and all of that. She's rolling with them 100%. Me, I'm not for Trump. I'm not for Biden. I'm like, well, when we get a real president in the White House, then we can start getting some stuff done. But if anybody black had an opportunity to get something, it was during the Trump administration. That's when you could have got anything you wanted. But they kept you distracted and kept you fighting him. Now you gotta fight to get, you helped elect a man in the office. You gotta fight to get stuff for you. Everybody is getting what they want. The Asians getting what they want. Everybody getting what they want. You the guys that elected him in office. And when it come to you, he go, oh, we'll see what we can do. As you can see, we're giving money everywhere around here. We're a little stuck. But I tell you what I do. I'm going to elect the first black woman to be like, now look at what I did. Ha ha. First black woman to ever be nominated. And she going to be a Supreme Court justice. That's going to take care of justice. Look what I did for you. Yay, Biden. I'll be like, I don't care about that, bro. What the hell you going to do about these student loans? I don't think I'm ever going to have a Supreme Court problem. That ain't my concern. Steve Bannon, we know Steve Bannon is a flat out racist. You think you telling me something new about and Steve Bannon? I'll be like, I know about Steve Bannon. I know about Bannon more than. So you think Bill and Hillary was something great? Bill was cool. Hillary was a monster. Buddy, when I tell you out of all these politicians, and I ain't whistling Dixie, I'm going to tell you the truth. Nobody hated Trump until he ran for president. Nobody was calling Trump no racist until he ran for president. Let's be honest. Y'all loved him. Y'all was watching his damn reality show. You're fired. Man, I love Trump. Man, I love how he be firing them people. Y'all love Trump. Then I'm going to tell you something else. Trump did more for black folks than Obama. In his entire life. But we don't talk about that. So it ain't like he was running for president. Going back to the 80s and 90s. Who you think was financing Jesse Jackson's elections? Putting up money? Trump. Who was the one that fought for the Negro baseball leagues? Putting up the money? Trump. Who's the only man when the United States of America, once Nelson Mandela was free, they didn't even want him to come to the White House when they freed him. He wanted to come to the United States. They wouldn't even let him come to the White House. He came to Detroit, met with Isaiah Thomas. Nobody would pay for his accommodation. He had over 80 people on a plane. Donald Trump gave him his own plane for 80 people to fly over here to the United States of America for his first trip here. And he met with Isaiah Thomas. Trump put him on the plane. Trump worked with Don King and gave him an arena and gave him all the platform to compete against all the other people that was going against him in the promoting game for boxing. He teamed up with Don. Stuff they don't tell you about, right? But he was the racist. They convinced you that a racist man was the guy you need to go for. Joe Biden, a guy flat out racist. He told you he was cured. I'm cured from racism. Yeah, I was a little crazy back in the day. Now I love darkies. You fell for it. I'm telling you this off memory. Because I actually remember. Because I pay attention to the news. In 97, blacks and Jewish people were protesting golf courses because they weren't allowed to go on the golf courses. Donald Trump put up the money and fought for black golfers and Jewish golfers to be able to have the rights to go to these country clubs and play golf. That was in 97. I remember that year because I remember the protests. And I know who put the money up. It was Trump. Now, Trump's an asshole. I ain't going to say he's the best guy in the world, but his whole life, he's been helping out and working with black folks. So you can get stuff out of Trump. Think Hillary Clinton would have did any of that? Ain't nobody brainwashed. I'm just telling you facts. This is stuff he done in the past. Because he realized he's not stupid. Trump is not a politician. Like I tell you, he's His father came up out of real estate in New York City. So he knows how he came up. He came up in the real estate market under the daddy's money and kept getting these bad loans and messing them up. So Trump is like, look, I'm finna just keep pimping my name, Trump, and I'm gonna make that the brand. And he's been working that angle, but he don't know how to run a company or business and stuff like that. No, he just knows how to get stuff out of it before it goes bankrupt and goes belly up. I keep telling you he wasn't great for president, but see the Steve Bannons and all that. Why is he rolling with Bannon? Because Bannon is united by all these doggone white nationalist, racist people. They were voting for Trump. So Trump going with the people that's basically voting for him. Like, cool, they finna vote for me and vote me in office. So that's when Bannon, and we're gonna get somebody in there like Trump. Trump's gonna stick for the policies. Jeffrey Dahmer ate people. I don't think Donald Trump has eaten anybody yet. He looked like he ate a couple of people, but I don't think he ate anybody yet. How am I defending Donald Trump? I just told you the truth. Everything I told you is factual. So how am I defending the man? I'm saying you could have got a lot more out of him than you can this president you got in the office right now, who ain't giving you a dime. Why you gotta fight, if you black, why you gotta fight the president of the United States who you elected in there? Has he done any of that shit he talked about? I told y'all to wait. I said, let's wait. He's in office now. Let's see what he do. No, he ain't did a damn thing. But when Trump was in the White House, he was trying to work with everybody. Now, I don't have no business with Trump. I've seen him plenty of times. I'm boxing. You forget I'm in the boxing world. He was there at all the fights. Don was there. He was partners with Don King. Then they had the real estate conventions with Robert Kiyosaki out here. He was always the guest speaker. They would hire him to be one of the celebrity guest speakers. Now, they don't really hire him for that anymore. Well, the world's a funny place. And the way things were happening around here, they did a lot. You think the riots in the streets was created by Trump? It's the liberals. They did all that. They kept fanning the flames so that they can get their guy in there. Made all the brothers go in there and burn up where they live. Tear their stores up. Now you ain't got most of those stores in your neighborhood no more. Now you got to take a train and 2 buses just to go to the grocery store. How that working out for you? And guess what you've changed by doing that? Nothing. Still think I'm defending somebody? Or am I just stating the facts? Oh, you can't keep up with the lies? I would love to hear them. Am I betting on the fight? No. I should bet the draw. That's the only thing Ugas can get, and he ain't gonna get that. This fight is 100% in the bag. All Errol got to do is not get knocked out. Errol is in Texas. He can't lose the fight. They will not have a non-Texas fighter lose in Jerry Jones Stadium. They put the event because of Errol in the stadium. So no. I ain't no Trump supporter. How many times I gotta tell you? He's not presidential. Nothing about him says commander in chief. So that's the difference. What have they done? They've actually got some votes, put together some great parties. But other than that, nothing. They thrown some great parties, like I said. Oh man, you gotta understand, none of these parties, they don't care about that situation. You guys, it's about productive and unproductive, active and non-active. The people that get neglected are the poor, the people that want to sit back and collect checks. The only thing the Democrat promote is aid, financial aids, and Link, WIC, government assistance. They want the poor to be government assisted, and they promote that. Why everyone else is saying being self-sufficient helps you become more empowered and being a productive citizen and a productive person instead of just laying on your back waiting for somebody to give you something. Now, which one promotes that? And which one promotes go out there and get it on your own? Grind to get it. No, I want the right person to be in the job. Biden is not a great president at all. Should have never been elected. But his only other choice was Trump. So both were not going to be good for you. Trump just liked the fact that he was president more than actually being a president and knowing what that entailed. But you have to fight to try to get anything you want while your money's going out the door to a whole nother country. When you don't remember them help building this nation at all. But your money going there. Yo. Mm-hmm. You know it. But you gotta understand something. On Dan Brown, I'd have been the first. No, I'd have voted for somebody like Alan Keyes. Alan Keyes was crazy, and I liked Alan Keyes. You need somebody like him in there. He's dangerous. Those are the type of people that get my vote. Give me Alan Keyes. Whenever your own party votes against you, you can't even win your own party. You know you are against the grail. Alan Keyes, baby. I just don't know how people sit there and allow the situations to never get better. And what did Lyndon Johnson say? When they created welfare, he said, what? I had the blacks voting for us for the next 20 years. By doing that, I had them blacks voting Democrat for the next 20 years. He didn't lie, did he? He did not lie. 100% out. They've been voting Democrat ever since. Yeah, I picked the wrong time to come outside. Yeah, I gotta get ready for a party. I wanted to go grab some stuff that I need before I get out of here. I don't know why. Neither side is voting for you. I can care less. But how you keep getting duped? That's the thing that gets me. Why are you getting duped all the time? Y'all see the come around and get yourself duped. I mean, why are you rushing? I just don't understand it. What are you voting for? What about the candidate that's going to do something for you? Now, they control the House, the Senate. They controlled it all. And you got nothing out of it. How is that? Well, when you have a lot of in-house fighting on your team, that's gonna happen. Okay. Just married card. Okay. Problem solved. Now I gotta get the birthday card, and then I can get up out of here. He said, I thought I missed. Where now you coming with this word love? When did I say I loved Trump? When did I say love anybody? I just said you've been lied to. Just told you factual things. Then you said he surrounded himself with these people. Yes, he surrounded himself with the people that got him elected. Because they were the ones putting up the funding for him to get elected, so that they can get something from him. And I told you, that's what he does. He's a businessman. If you get around him, he will do things for you. And when he was in the White House, he was doing stuff for brothers and sisters who knew how to get stuff out of him. Got to bring something to the table. Think Trump cared about those people? He don't care about anybody but the name Trump. And you act like I said he should have been president. No. But he knew exactly how to get stuff out of people. This is what he does. You got to know how to get stuff out of them. But, old Sleepy Joe, he ain't going to get nothing out of him. So, as you can see, as you can see, so that's the thing. That's the way it's supposed to go. You get stuff out of people you help put in office, right? They promise they're going to do all these things. You put them in office and then they do them, right? I'm just saying. It's been 2 years, right? What you got? Y'all put them in office. They got the House. They got the Senate. What happened? You tell me. See, I ain't speaking alternatives. I'm just speaking facts. I'm just talking to you. If y'all got something, let me know what y'all get. I ain't seen it. Yeah, you think like a Democrat. Because you take things way out of proportion. You take a statement and mold it into what you wanted it to say. Now, you made it sound like Donald Trump was, uh-oh. Y'all make it sound like I said he personally threatened my money, which is crazy. Hey.
Okay. So you didn't have any other?
No, just those
Got a
two.
box of it.
All right, cool.
There you go.
Thanks. Yeah, how you like your gas so far? It's what you thought? Okay. Keep going up, though. Would I buy a Tesla? No. But from where I live, if I had anything, there are other electric cars you can drive. But I wouldn't get a Tesla. I test driven one before. And if you slightly touch the gas or the pedal, right, there's no gas. You just touch that pedal, and you're going into outer space. These cars are very powerful. Right. Well, just like the rest of them, they care about what? People with money. Because people with money dictates, they're the one donating to the campaign. Poor people ain't donating their money. The poor just run out and vote. So that's why they appeal to you. But the people with the money, they're the ones that they want to keep happy. Because they the ones caring about all the taxes and all this. They the ones really affected. The poor, your condition isn't going to change. So no matter who you put in office, you don't even know how to go about getting anything done. Laws change. You don't care. You care about who went in between Dallas and Utah. And that's the way they want to keep you. So, you see, they care about what? themselves, right? And then when we talk about people who care about what? Themselves. That's it. No one wants to face the realities of anything. If I asked you right now in the chat, what are the things you need right now from the government? You couldn't even list any. You don't know. I need some money. Don't we all? People talk about Bush. Bush was never the president. George W. Bush Jr. was never president of the United States of America. He was the face. That was the first time in this country's history it was ran by one man who was the vice. All the decisions were made and ran through Dick Cheney. That man broke every United States law, constitutional right. He violated every policy that was on the board. WMDs, him. Everything was him. Going against the UN, him. Who had to be the face of it all? George Bush Jr. All right, Sleepy Joe don't care about you. He just wants your votes. They manipulate us into voting for them over and over again. They play off your pain to get your vote. They orchestrated all these riots. Have you noticed all the buildings that were burning and being set on fire was being done by not us? It was a white person always in a mask that was doing it, that didn't even live in the neighborhood, that was coming there and had all this stuff to set it on fire. And all the riots, did you see that? Didn't you see a white person with money paying brothers to tear stuff up and help them grab stuff and throw it through windows? Why are you paying people? If they supposed to be acting out of outrage. Didn't you see they had bricks stacked outside of CNN Tower getting ready for the riots? Why was it only the outbreaks and riots only in selective areas? Strategically targeted. Obama was a bad president? I wouldn't say he was a bad president. He was a president that couldn't do anything. Obama was elected by blacks, gays, and basically the East Coast, and people who were livid over what happened with the regime. The Republicans had no one that could even run against Obama. Obama was the accident. He was not supposed to be the president. Hillary Clinton ran, and she thought this was her term, but the Democratic Party can't stand her after what she did to New York. So that's why they put Joe Biden as the vice president to run with Obama. He was going to run with Hillary because he has the East Coast. He got those New Hampshires, Maine. He has those states. You know, he's good old Joe. They love Joe. So Obama got those votes, and then he worked on the other states. But he had a very high gay homosexuals coming out to vote for him in the elections because he was pro-gay and the Republicans was anti-gay. That's the image that they gave. So because of that, Obama got a huge edge in the votes, and it showed in the polls. And now both sides realize after that election how landslide it was, because there was nobody that could run against him. That a war veteran, somebody who's a great human being, they had no one really to run against him, and John McCain was the best of them. But they don't like, the Republicans like John McCain. John McCain he's a real human being, or was a real human being. He's a person, you know, and he's not going to sacrifice, and he don't mind going against his own party for something that's right. Now, they told him the strategy to win. They said to beat Obama, you got to push. He's a terrorist, or he's a Muslim. He's not really from this country. They want you to harp on that. That's your weapon. To scare the Americans into voting for you and make them run. Anybody vote for him, they're going to look guilty. He said, no, I won't do that. Obama's an American. He's running for president. I don't need to use those tactics to win. Unfortunately, he did need to use those tactics to win. He was not going to beat Obama. Even though he's a war hero, prisoner of war, went through torture and everything else, they're going to make you look unfit to be president. On one side, but he's a good man, and he just wouldn't sacrifice being a good man to try to win an election. And that's something I've always respected about John McCain. He wouldn't sacrifice being a good man. Now, he wasn't going to win the election because of that, but he had Sarah Palin. Palin was dumb as a bag of rocks. But what she did was turn the election around. It's the same strategy. The Republicans knew we're going to lose this one. But what we're going to do is the Geraldine Ferrari trick. See, Geraldine Ferrari ran with Mondale to go up against Ronald Reagan. You're not going to beat Ronald Reagan. They knew that. But what they was doing is preparing themselves for other elections. The Republicans at that time was the women, you stay in the kitchen, take care of the family. This is man business. So they weren't about women running for office and being independent and going out on their own. Democrats wanted to show they was progressive. So to have the first woman running vice president for president of the United States, they knew that she wasn't going to win and be that. But they let her on the ticket. So the Democrats looked like they were giving women a chance. And that's when the businesswoman was coming up, and they like, look, they got a woman out there, and they voting her the Republicans. I used to vote for Republicans, but they don't want to promote women and power and doing anything else. The Democrats got the women, and they sucker punched the dumb, blind, old Republicans who was too stupid to see it coming. Then they got smart, and they put Sarah Palin on the ticket. When they put Sarah Palin on the ticket, like I told you, she said she could see Russia from outside her window. That scares people. Especially if you're into politics. And the Democrats are backed by the celebrities. Why? Because celebrities get low taxes. Being Democratic, they find ways to give them tax loops. So they come out and do commercials and everything else, and you like them because they're in your favorite movies. But Sarah Palin was a threat because they're gonna lose, but because nobody wanted her to be in the office anyway. But still, it was giving women a chance. And women did not like Hillary Clinton. Why? Because she wasn't like women. That's why she didn't win. She was too ruthless. And that's why she couldn't make it. Yeah, Obama beat her easy with humanity. Hillary has no humanity. All she knows is politics. She's as cold. She's as cold as the pole in the winter. So the Democrats were losing with Hillary. So when Obama was there, the women, that was their last time really voting and going all out for the Democrat. Hey, you see, Jamaica wanted apologies and reparations for slavery, and we just demanded absolutely nothing from no one. They are most upset over subs, likes, and super chat than the job that the people who they vote in the office do. They do not know. They say they know they will get the vote no matter what they do. Pretty much. Because they have the masses. They start with the churches. It's like Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry knows his movie is going to be successful when he does Medea. But when he does other films, they really don't come out as much. But when he dress up as Medea, oh boy, them churches love that. They come in school buses to all these theaters and load them up to go see Tyler Perry as Medea. But why won't you see Tyler Perry when he playing a man and doing real roles, talking about real issues? Y'all don't really go bring the church buses out for those. Why? Oh, Craig Rosberg. No, that's Trump Sr. Trump Jr. don't have any power. It's Trump Sr. His dada. Papa kept that like that because Papa came up in a segregated area. Trump, his son, was willing to work with blacks. His daddy was like, no, the Papa Trump, Donald Trump Sr. or whatever. No. I mean, Trump, the Papa, he was insane. The real estate guru, he knew to make money is to keep it segregated. That was the key to his success, getting that property down there and keeping it segregated. Keep them out. But now they realize that we got to make money off this area. This is good high value real estate, so you want high value people in there. There's black people in that section now, but they were keeping poor people out of those sections, not blacks. Poor people. Yeah, he didn't care about tradition and Coney Island and the amusement park and all that. He's like, man, get that stuff out of there. That's good land. I can make some more money on. He don't care about that. That dude did not care. He was ruthless. But Trump actually was different. He realized, look, the minorities can help get you a lot of stuff done. And he cared. All he did was cared about partying and living off his daddy's fortune, but he wanted to be famous. Trump liked the name. He wanted everybody to call him these names, the Trump, the Donald. He wanted to be this from the 80s. That's why he was the one that was with Oprah, doing all this stuff. He worked with the blacks more than anybody. That's why it's the weirdest thing ever. It's documented. I'm not even lying to you. You can go look up everything I told you. He paid for Nelson Mandela's plane when the United States wouldn't even do a thing to help Nelson Mandela when he first got out of jail. Now they act like he's the greatest hero ever. And I'm like, you guys wouldn't even give him a plane to come to the United States. Trump said he could take my plane. And y'all didn't even let him go to the White House to meet the president. He came to Detroit. And Isaiah Thomas met Nelson Mandela. His first time in the United States, he just got out of jail like the day before. Trump gave a plane and had all 80 of his people on that plane. Trump said, y'all can use my plane. Why? Because you'd be like, oh, Trump didn't do that at the counting of his heart. Who said he did? That's a heck of a promotional thing for yourself, right? If you got your last name Trump on a plane, that's a big national event. Nelson Mandela's first trip to the United States. Don't you want to be a part of that? Trump is like, man, that's going to be massive news around the globe, and all they're going to see is him getting off a Trump plane. It's good marketing for Trump. So, yeah, do I think he's not going to be concerned about all that? Yeah. Eric, he didn't turn white supremacist. The people that put him in office was white supremacists. They were the ones that was getting the stuff out of it. Steve Bannon, this dude, man, all these people do, these white nationalists, they put up the money. The votes. They had all the factions. They were in order and organized. So they was like, we're getting Trump in there, and he's going to change laws because they know what they're getting with him. They got a guy in there that can be bought. He will work with you. Trump kept trying to tell you, look, just bring me something of value that you can work with me on. If the blacks vote for me, I'll do stuff for you. And he was right. Look how many black folks is going to Trump and getting stuff out of him. Kanye West was going over there. He got Kim Kardashian in the damn White House getting black people freed out of prison. Kodak Black got his sentence just thrown away. Kodak Black. You think that would have happened with Joe Biden? Kodak be right now making a goddamn license plate. You think Joe Biden gonna let Kodak Black out? Hell no, he still right now working on plates. What can't you agree on, Lee? I'm telling you right now, Trump has done more for black people than Joe Biden. Period. Throughout his life. I'm willing to go on record saying he done more for black folks than Obama in life. Before that was even running for office. He was the one financing Jesse Jackson running for office. Trump was putting up the money for his campaign. Y'all don't remember none of that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They got you to believe that's been the greatest manipulation of all time. That's why I said Joe Biden is like the emperor. They got you to believe a person that actually did a whole bunch of stuff for black folks was racist. When y'all, before he ran for office, nobody was calling him a racist. Everybody loved him. Joe Biden, who has stood up on the podium, he's on video right now. You can go on YouTube and find Joe Biden laying in town and saying the most outrageous things about black folks. The 94 crime bill that hit the table, he was 100% behind it. Who helped launch an economic prison system that has locked up everybody for weed and everything else. Larry would have been freed had Trump got back in office. Larry be home right now if Trump got back in office. They staged the uprisings. They staged all of this. The liberals are they know how to put on a good show. That's what they do. They put on a good show. Is because the gays have voting power. The gays have a lot of voting power. And Obama was the key to that. He was the first pro-gay president. that was openly pro-gay. When he was in the White House, who got stuff? Did the brothers get stuff out of Obama? No, we didn't. Who got stuff out of Obama? Women and gays. Gays got everything. Why? Organized. But we rushed the polls to get him in there. And that's why they got the votes. Now I gotta get ready to get out of here. It's already 3:30. I'm way behind schedule. So I gotta get out of here. It's been cool talking to y'all for an hour. But do the research. Go check it out. Go see if I'm saying it's true. Go check and see what Trump did for black folks. And you'll see, like, damn, Cito was telling the truth. And I'm going off memory. He was the one that fought to get black people to the golf courses was all privatized and racist. He was the one in 97 doing that. Like, hey, why Jewish people and blacks are being excluded from these golf clubs? He the one fought for that. You know? Actual facts, bro. Trump used to work with the brothers. Partnered with Don King. You didn't have to do that. That's what I'm saying. Trump cared. Trump's a businessman. Whatever's Trump is like, don't really like poor people. That's why it was so comical to me to see all these doggone white nationalist hillbillies and West Virginians out there and these pickup trucks and aluminum trailer homes. Trump ain't finna hang out with you. Trump ain't gonna take no picture with you. He ain't coming to West Virginia. You can forget that. He's not coming. So all the West Texas rednecks that voted for him, he sincerely like to thank you. But he only cares about rich people. Or if you bring something to the table. But the white nationalists thought they were going to get all these things that they had in place. Like, we need this done, and we need this, we need that power. And Trump knew, like, this is not going to work for none of you, but okay, we'll put this up and let's see it run. Just keep them votes coming in. And I was like, these people are so dumb. Because poor Trump, he just too dumb to understand. He loves fame. He loves his name up in lights. So he's not the type of person you'll want in the White House. This is why Putin wanted Trump. They was like, we gonna help get you into this White House. They wanted him in there. They know they could work him. They like, dude, you come over here to Russia, you got one of ours as your wife. We know who you are, dude. We know how you get down. We got you on tape anyway. But we want you in there. We want you in office because they know that we can get stuff out of you. That's the wrong kind of guy you want for president. Well, blacks didn't use this as an opportunity. They fighting him. I'm like, forget fighting him. Come up with a plan and ask him for something. And you could probably get it out of him before you get it out of Joe Biden. Biden ain't gonna give you nothing but a reason of why you can't get it. Me neither, Penny. Didn't vote for Trump or Biden. Neither one is fitting for the White House. And I don't know why anybody can't understand what we're saying. Like we speak in Chinese arithmetic here. We have to repeat it. Neither guy is capable of running the White House. Neither one is good for the country. But if you black and you wanted to get something out of somebody, the person you would have got it out of was Trump. How is that hard to understand? You ain't gonna get a damn thing out of Joe Biden. That guy is the worst guy to get out of there. Because he does not and never in his life promoted, I want to see the brothers get ahead. No, 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 no. Well, the real people that run, we don't get them voted in. Like I say, Alan Keyes is too dangerous. His thinking was way too dangerous for the system. And I like that. I was like, I'm voting for Alan Keyes. See, I'll vote for them guys that people think is like out of the box. He's right. Vote for him. Alan Keyes was crazy. It was so dangerous what he was saying because I was like, I know he went against what they told him to say. He went against every policy in the world. Like they told him, like, don't say this, don't say that. His own Republican Party went against Alan Keyes. They was like the Democrats and the Republicans are both against Alan Keyes. Well, Jesse would have won. He actually was close. Trump actually financed his run too, his White House run, but he would have won the second time around. People didn't realize how close he actually was. But once he came out with Town, I didn't know what a Hamid was. And but once he said that, it just messed up everything. He went against them Jewish people. That just ruined him. But he was close. I'm like, damn, Jesse actually was close as hell. Because I was little then. I didn't know pretty much anything. Everybody was like, Jesse finna win. Like when Jesse had won the first part of it, they was, oh, Jesse on his way. Jesse won. Jesse finna win. And it was just like Eddie Murphy said. He's like, them people would go in there and be like, he's like, he could win too. Because like, they'll go in there and be like, I just voted for Jesse Jackson. He's like, people do that just as a joke. And then to wake up the next morning and be like, he won? They do that. It'd be people that vote the craziest votes for people. Like some people just go in there and just start picking things. Because you don't know half them offices. When you go in, you think you just voting for one election. It'd be a whole bunch of offices up there. Like my mom, she started getting into that, but I've been doing that. I'm like, because after I voted for like the first time in my life, I'm like, what is all this other stuff? They're like, yeah, you voting for judges, people in there. I'm like, oh, once I saw that one time, and it took only one time. For me to say, okay, I'm finna actually see these people, know what they do, how good they really are, and should I be voting their ass into the damn White House, I mean, in office, period, for anything. So, once I saw that, now that's something I could, judges, I'd be like, these judges we gotta get these judges and stuff up out of here. Oh, you saw no reason for them to convict? You out of here. Voting you out. Taking you out, Yahoo. But all right, I gotta get ready. Love, peace, and hair grease. Thank you guys for the super chats. I seen. Thank you, man. You definitely came through big, and man, we love having these discussions. We'll have them on the Patreon next. I got some explosive on the Patreon right now. If you didn't see that, I know it was sick to look at, but Jesus Christ, another one. Another one has been exposed in Hollywood, in the entertainment world, just to try to sold their soul to try to be famous. And now we got the footage. I'm out.